All right, ready?
Yeah, you're rocking the Mid-American Outdoors. Nice.
I am. What's up, guys?
What's up?
We have not done a podcast in a minute. We're dialing things in. We did 2 of them before this, and we're scrapping them.
Yeah. Well, we're scrapping both?
I think.
Oh. I say we keep that.
The first one?
Not the first one. We keep the second one.
Oh, we'll see. I don't know.
You guys will see it. If we do keep it, the quality is not so good.
The video quality, I messed up. I hope this is better. So we have a TV back here. It might get a little dull. We're still dialing it all in. We're just doing this for fun, and we want to kind of just get back in the groove of things. And this is a little trial thing. I mean, we got lights right here in our face.
Yeah.
But one of the things that we wanted to talk about was why were we forced off of YouTube?
Yeah, like why was it? We went a little bit without posting. You guys know we were posting nonstop for so long.
Pop it. You didn't even bring in the other stuff.
I did.
Where? You got it hidden. All right, so we're going to start this podcast with our sponsor, Texacraft, sour pickle flavored vodka, the best experience you could possibly have.
Just in general. There's nothing better.
It is freaking delicious. We're going to take a pool.
Go for it.
All right. This is actually really good. We do not condone drinking if you're under the age of 21. If you're over the age of 21 and like pickles, this is the way to go.
Yeah. Go. All right. You should have, wait.
Whoop. We got to get the whoop. There you go. That wasn't bad.
Oh.
You got a good boing.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah, it just tastes like a pickle, so.
Yeah, it tastes delicious. We don't condone it if you're under the age, but if you are, make your own decisions in life. So we got forced off of YouTube. She's going to attempt to not hit that microphone over and over. Baby, stop. But we got forced off of YouTube for many reasons. And you guys know that we have posted every day forever on pretty much all the channels. I have been known to be named the king of YouTube, and I take that with pride. I do.
That's right.
And
YouTube king.
we have 4 channels.
Coffee with the Crockers.
The Crockers.
The Crockers. The Crocker Life.
And this podcast.
This.
And I'm going to start a new one.
Well, it's already been started.
Well, I'm starting a new one out of an existing channel because YouTube made a thing. If you have a monetized channel that isn't used within 2 years, they will just deactivate it. And I have a channel that is already monetized, and it's something I've wanted to do for a while anyways, but we'll get into that later. One of the big things of being forced off of YouTube, I'm very grateful for being forced off of it because it allowed me personally to kind of regroup, figure out who I am, refresh, all of that.
I guess you can go ahead and get in like the backstory. Like, I mean, you've done people that watch this know you've done YouTube for forever.
So YouTube did not force me off. We forced ourselves off of YouTube, kind of. I know I forced myself off, but the main thing is been doing YouTube for 5 years, 6 years. I don't know how long it is. Honestly, not sure. Being on there, I think I can tell you when I posted the woodworking videos, but I did that and then I just didn't get on for a long time. I never expected to be on YouTube. I did it just because why not? And
then now look at you.
And it became a thing. So I was just like, all right, how do you make a living on this? Like, is it possible? And did all that. But I went through the trenches of everything where I was just like, every day for a year, I will post a video, no matter what. I will comment back to every single comment, no matter what. I will be interactive. I'll go, people go live every now and again. That's cool. I'll go live every week. I just made it to where it's just like, do this. I mean, very strict on it. I'm going to say this wrong, militant.
I mean, it sounds right.
That sounds right.
It sounds right to me. Yeah, I don't know.
Very militant of it, where it's just like
Can you define that?
Like just military style, just forced into it. You do it no matter what. Just very on schedule.
Yep.
Just go. And sounds right.
It does sound right. I don't know.
Yeah. And I just forced myself and I said, you know what? Like if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen. And I just saw a lot of people not really going after it. And so I was just like, let's see what this could do.
Oh, how times have changed.
I know. I've done a lot of things in my life at that point. I had a woodworking business that I started from nothing, and then doing video work starting from nothing, no education, no nothing like that, just teaching myself. And so I was like, all right, YouTube, let's go. And I just kind of taught myself the do's and don'ts and trial and error. And then it got to the point where years later, my entire life was 1,000,000% consumed in YouTube.
What I've learned being in it too, when you hit that wave, when the algorithm gets you and you get that boost and you're riding it, you go.
You do not stop.
Go while you're on it.
Yeah.
Because as soon as you stop, it's going down. So you want to hit it.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
Nice Kesha.
That wasn't bad.
Yeah.
Featuring Pitbull.
But yeah, that is one thing I've learned. I haven't been in it for a long time, obviously, but
ride the wave or you're going to crash.
So you went off grid, you caught it and you were going.
Yeah. So before coming to Oklahoma and going off grid is when I told myself do 365 videos in a row. Don't stop, because
and that's when the weekly live started.
Yes, and it was
for you.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody that did weekly lives. Nobody. When people went live, it was a big deal because it was very rare. And I remember Jared yelling from the room, "Hey, so and so's live right now. I'm gonna comment." And then we would comment, and they'd be like, "The Crocker life asked," or the Crocker Homestead asked.
The Crocker life, man.
The Crocker Homestead life asked, and we'd be like, "Whoa!" Because it was very rare that these people interacted with other people. And so it became a thing where it's just like, all right, posting every day, take a Friday off, go live, get to know these people. And it became a thing.
And it was like a day off.
Yeah.
I was saying, that's what I was saying. You're not the person before everybody takes it wrong.
Yeah.
You're not the person to invent going live
weekly. I just feel like I was one of the first. Jared and I were one of the first at the beginning in this niche.
Yeah, because it was it's a niche.
The niche.
Yeah, just I know this because you've
talked about it enough.
Yeah, because you're doing videos every single day, so that was an excuse to
get a break.
It was a day off per se.
Yeah, because I didn't skip one day for an entire year. I don't know anyone that works every single day for an entire year.
So I guess that, so you did that, posting every day, and then went off grid.
Yeah, then at that point, it was just like, all right, where's my life going? I was going through life changes. My entire life was completely changing, and then
one way to whenever you're going through it, we both are the same, is you just dive into work.
Yeah, you just stay busy.
Stay busy.
And so just dove into the off-grid, and at that point, right before going off-grid, worked the channel up to getting about 10,000 views a day, which I would never in a million years would have expected. I think there was like 30,000 subscribers or something.
That's
maybe.
What you've told me.
Something like that. Because I remember making a post, and I did like a Photoshop thing, and it was like 30,000 or something. That was massive. Which on the record is never got a shout out, never got a plug, never got anything, no recognition from any channel until it was like 5,000 to 10,000 subscribers. So just worked it up by myself. Doing that.
Not by yourself. It was
the Crocker Homestead.
Yes.
Is what I mean. The Crocker Homestead. No shout outs from other channels and stuff. I want people taking this wrong.
Yeah, I know what you were meaning, but I don't want that to get taken apart.
They will no matter what. But so did all that and moved. So getting about 10,000 views a video, and then moved to Oklahoma, took on that challenge just solo in the woods with a $20 Walmart tent, chainsaw, a generator, and a pew-pew. And that was about it. And instantly it was 35,000, 50,000, 80,000. I mean, it was just an insane amount of views per video.
It was going through it, by yourself and everything, very few people truly know the backstory of being by yourself, but you were by yourself.
100%. And I remember one of the first nights there, I got there right before it got dark, and I set the tent up, and I'm like, what am I doing? And I was I thought I was in the middle of Alaska or something. I thought I was out there. Now I look back now, I'm like, it wasn't that bad. Well, but I mean, you're out in the woods.
So you're posting every day.
Yeah.
Then you go to like, you're going through it, and then you catch that wave. So from all of that moment, it's just
starting from Oklahoma, I didn't stop.
Yeah. Like YouTube is your life, and your life is YouTube.
Yeah, this is my career now. And so did that and tackled it.
And your career is your life. Like literally.
Literally. So. People always say, what do you do for a living? I film my life.
Yeah.
I don't know any other way to describe it. But so did all that and just nonstop. And I mean, I would wake up in the morning. I don't think people realize this. I would wake up at like 5:36, get a fire going. And it takes a little while to get the fire going just to make coffee so I could do coffee with the Crockers. And then drink coffee and all that. Then I'd have to run into town, upload the video, drive back, do my normal, and then pick up supplies if I needed them or whatever. Drive back, do my normal video for the Crockers, edit that, and then drive back into town, upload it, and then drive back. I would spend, a minimum, 13, 14, 15 hours a day. From the moment I got up to the moment I went to sleep, it was work.
But yeah, so during that time, did you feel that stress of like, got to get this out?
Yes, big time. But not to the point where I got to the point where it was bad. I just knew, like you said, when we go through things, we just dive into work or whatever. We're the type that you dive into something to keep you busy. And so I did that and just kept very focused on it and just whatever it took. I did not care.
Did the routine take over to where that like helped with the stress? Like, this is my life, this is the routine? Or was it almost like, I hate this routine?
Both.
That makes sense.
At first it was exciting because, you go from a channel that is getting, 30,000 subscribers or whatever, or going live. Jared and I would go live for 20 people tops. And it was so bad we'd have to write down 10 things we would talk about during the live chat to make sure we had something to talk about.
Yeah, that is one thing that is crazy. Whenever you do go live, I feel like there does have to be a significant amount of people to keep it flowing.
Or you got to be a good talker.
Yeah, I guess you're good at that. So
I've gotten good at it.
That works.
Too good at it, I think, for some people. But so we would go live for like 20 people or something. There's nothing. And I would be nervous. I'd be scared. Oh, gonna hit live. Oh no. I don't know. But it was nerve wracking.
Oh, how times have changed.
Yeah, I know. Now it's like, I think we're going live in like 30 seconds.
Yeah, literally no prep.
Yeah, none at all. We're just like, we'll see what happens. Get that pickle shot. But doing that, and then, it just became, I kind of forget where we're going with this.
It's just like how YouTube took over.
Oh yeah, so like,
or your everything about your life.
Oh, I know what I was saying. That my whole life kind of like switched and changed. So it would go from like getting 10,000 views a video, and then going live for a couple of people to, I think the first time I went live in Oklahoma, there was 2,500 people in there, and I didn't know what to think.
And to put that into perspective, with you. Like, as we've gone live, I've never been live in front of that many people.
No, it was insane. Yeah. The chat was just moving, and you would have to like stop it to pick one, and then by the time you refreshed, and I know some people are like, oh, you're just bragging or whatever. No, I was blown away. This was crazy. And I remember sitting in a Lowe's parking lot, and because I needed to get internet, so I would drive to Lowe's, I would hook up to the Wi-Fi in the parking lot, and just go live in my truck. And I remember I was in the tent, and maybe this was like another time, but not far after that, I upgraded to the canvas tent. It was a little bigger than the $20 tent.
Nice.
And rain was getting in. I needed a new flashing where the stove would go, and I needed a new thing that goes on it. And I remember going live, and as I'm live, a truck pulls up next to me, and I'm like on camera, I'm like, I don't know who this is. And I get out, and it's a guy that was watching the live chat was watching and knew what I needed, knew where it was in Lowe's, drove to Lowe's, picked it up, came out to the parking lot, gave it to me on the live chat. My mind was blown.
Yeah.
I was like, what life am I living?
I would say, if that happened now, people would be like, you planned that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, that's amazing.
No, it was unreal. And then like
to go from, because at this point now, I mean, you've had that blow up and wrote it for a little bit. At the very
beginning, yeah.
Yeah, so I couldn't imagine that's happening. I don't know.
It was strange. It was a weird life. It didn't seem real. Some of it didn't seem real. Some of it was too real going on, but some of it was just unreal. And I mean, it was wild. It was a moment I'll never forget.
Mm-hmm. So fast forward to like you go through all that, and then you just, I don't know, again, whenever you hit that, like, you know, when things are happening, you have to keep going. Like I remember so it was you, me, and Jared here, and we kept saying, or you kept saying, once we start on the tiny house, that's all we're doing.
It's game on.
It's game on. We can't do anything else on the property.
Yeah.
Like this is where our focus is going to be. And it was like, because it was for, again, it's weird because it's our lives, but it is like a business move. Like you hit it. It's a tiny house channel.
What built the Crockers channel? Building.
So whenever we truly start that again, it's going to be like we have to hit it and it's on, and that's our focus. So it did make it, I don't know.
It was difficult.
Yeah.
Very difficult. And then it would kind of, just to be completely honest with people, it would kind of hurt feelings and mess things up with me and my brother, stuff like that. Because Jared would be like, well, I need help or whatever. And I'm like, can you just mow today? We got to work. We got to go get supplies. We got to do this. And, you know, we did bring Jared up to help on the property. So that was kind of quote unquote, and when people taking this wrong, his job of it was, you don't have to pay anything to be here. Just help us out. And so, you know, it was just
like, and then at the same time too, he did need help as well.
Correct. But I felt like I couldn't give it to him because it's like, no, it's game on. We gotta build the channel
and because it pays for everything. Yes. And so there was like a significant like stress.
And at that point, the stress part of that was building materials was skyrocketed. So you had to make the money to even afford to buy the materials so you can build to keep content going.
While we're also living off
living
grid.
A crazy lifestyle.
And then also paying for everything for the animals. Oh, we need a new pen for it. Oh, we need they need this. They
need anything.
Everything. So I mean, with my point being with all of this is just you do kind of catch that and you get in that mindset of like we have to hit it hard for the business, and it is. I am grateful for that mindset again,
more than anybody will ever know.
Yeah, because that is exactly why we are at where we are today. Yeah. But living like that for a while,
it aged us very fast.
Yeah, so fast forward.
Yeah.
Things happen where we had to really look at ourselves. Yeah,
so everyone knows things happened on the internet with a bunch of stuff, and the situation got the best, I think, of everybody, and everybody was stressing, everybody was going through things, all of that. And then on top of that, unfortunately, the bigger your channel grows, the more people that come into your life, the more people that want to use you, the more people that want to feel like they're your friend or get a view from you or something.
Even whenever it's like, it is the good friends, but all they want to do is YouTube stuff.
They'll only hit you up for YouTube.
It just kind of turns into that, unfortunately.
Yeah, and I mean, we can go into days for this type of talk.
I think we've talked about that enough.
I'm going to do that on my new channel. At some point, I'll go into detail on a bunch of YouTube stuff. But
I don't want people to get mixed signals about what we're talking about. The people that are in our lives now, because we got to the point where it kind of all ties in where we did step away, figure everything out. People that we do have in our lives, it's not like that.
No. So we have learned a lot over the last while, but we were forced off of YouTube to save our own lives, really, when it came down to it, and save our relationships, save our friendships, save everything, because there was a point to where I would just tell Danielle, no matter what someone told me, I'd be like, they just want to get a video out of this. They're not really my friend. They're not really, they're not looking out for us. They're looking out for themselves. They're doing this. And Danielle would have to just be like, well, let me look at it from an outside perspective. I do think this person is. I don't think that person is. And it took me literally, and this the hardest thing I've done in the last 5 years or whatever, was stepping away from my career, because that's all I had. That's the only thing that stayed consistent in my life for the last 5 years was my career.
I mean, if you look at it, literally, even just this past year, what all we've lost.
Yeah.
I mean, you had the massive impact of it, but I mean, we did lose a lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, what has been consistent?
The career. And you've been here a little bit, no, but just going through all of it, I just had to tell myself, either I'm going to go down a path I really don't want to go down and I'm going to lose everything, or I need to step back and realize what's important to me. And the main thing was, let's make sure none of this gets in front of our relationship, the way we view each other and other things.
Yeah.
And then, they always say, if you can make it through building a house and a relationship together, then you're going to make it through anything. Yeah. And we didn't not only go through building and doing all that stuff, but also being thrown out to the wolves on the internet and to all the trolls and just we put
so much hate, honestly,
just all day.
Everybody taking our good intentions wrong, everything. It was just completely torn apart.
Yeah, we were
where it was where it completely blew our mind.
Yeah,
to where it was just what?
Where I started second guessing things myself. I'm like, dang, maybe I did do that. Maybe I know what my true intentions were, but maybe they weren't that way. I don't know. And then we had to sit down and talk and be like, no, we know what our intentions were with everything since the day we started dating. We know what our intentions were with each other, with other people, all that. But you really start to question what's going on. And so the hardest thing ever for me was to step away from my career, because I think it's like anything. You work so hard to get where you're at. It's so hard to step back from it, because you're like, but I got here because of working every day and not stopping and grinding and being hungry and wanting that. And if I step away, am I going to lose that? And I just had to think, is it worth losing my career or losing my relationship or my friendships or whatever it may be? And I just had to
more so at that
losing
point,
myself,
your sanity.
Yeah, I mean, I was gone. There was a point where I just sat in a chair and I just would look. You're like, do you want to you're trying to make the best of it, and I'm like, I can't do nothing. Yeah. I lost it, and I was just like, all right. That's when I knew I had to do something, and then that's when I just was just like, it's not worth chasing those things. It's not worth it, chasing the money or the subscribers or not making people upset or proving the haters wrong or proving people in my life wrong or whatever.
There is something to it where proving, it lights a fire under you to where it's I'm going to prove people wrong. Yeah. This is I'm going to get to this point in my life. I'm going to do this and that. But then at the same time, when it's been like that for so long, when you're only doing things to prove people wrong, it's just it's you kind of lose yourself along the way. It's just that hustle, that grind. And then it's the world is just moving so fast. Yeah. And you're not.
It's why am I doing this?
Yeah. Wait, does it really matter?
Yeah.
What actually matters?
Yeah. And so, we basically talked, and I mean, even the property itself, Shooting Ranch, kind of got the best of us with things not going our way. And I just had to sit you down and just be like, I've been thinking, do we sell everything? Do we just live at the house in town? Do we
and then
move to another state? What do we do?
And because I'm the same way too, where it is you just go. Yeah. You work. If you want something, you work, you go. And then even sit down on that conversation, I was like, no, we keep going. You're think about it though. Truly, I don't know, sometimes you do have to stop and think, because I don't know, we got to the point where it was we will be working towards just like nothing.
Yeah.
It got to the point where it's truly like we're working towards like nothing at this point.
Yeah.
And if you don't really think about it, you don't realize that, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. It took me a minute.
Yeah. And then there were things too that, I mean, I'm sure a lot of people understand, but don't understand. Some of it is you're not a social media person. You're not, this was not the career path you were choosing in life. It's not like I impressed you by saying I was on YouTube or that I had a following or whatever.
Yeah, I made fun of you. I was like, oh, so you're like an influencer. And then that was literally the last thing I thought about it.
Well, yeah, but then it's more like, oh, cool. Well, you do videos. Okay. And then I'm like, do you want to be in them? And you're like, no. And I'm like, but it'd be cool if you were because I like you and I'd like you to be in my life. And my whole life is YouTube. Will you do it? And then so you did. And it became a point where it became like your second job. Yeah. And it became a job to where I in my eyes, I was just like, she just do it for fun. It'd just be whatever. And then it became the way
I take things is,
unfortunately, well, you just do it. So then you started doing, first it was just the Crockers and all that, Coffee Crockers. And then you started doing the Crocker life and to be behind the scenes. And then, we just everything. And then the podcast started.
Well, then I cut back hours at work. And in my head, it's like, okay, I have to hit this one channel that I kind of do just like behind the scenes. Yeah. I have to hit that to make up for that.
Wait, make up for what?
Me going part-time.
But I thought we lived off nurse money.
So then it just gets in my head where it's just like, you go.
It's your job, just do it.
Yeah, I have a goal. I'm going to get it to this. And then after that, it's just keep going. And you had to like sit me down and be like, stop.
I was like, this is not your obligation. This is my job, my career. You do yours. Yes, you do work part-time now, but you're helping in other ways to where you don't have to like work yourself to death on this.
Yeah, because I think out of both of us, I probably was like the worst, honestly. Like stress wise, and then like the way I handle it too.
Well, yeah, and I'd always be like, don't worry about it. Just don't worry about it.
Yeah, it didn't even really even dawn on me that we took a break from YouTube for ourselves. Yeah. Like even then it was just you telling me like, it's okay.
Just chill them out.
Literally. And it was like a battle.
Yeah.
And then finally I slowed down on it. And then even more so, like it was like hot and you were like, you stay.
Yeah. Hot outside, not like the channel's hot and popping.
Oh yeah, no.
Temperature.
So I didn't even think it was like, okay, I'm stopping for me, for us, for everything. I don't know. It just took me a while, I guess, to realize that's what actually was happening.
Yeah. And I mean, it felt good too, to not see you stressing over it and just kind of chilling out, which crazy enough, it started more drama on YouTube because then everybody was like, well, they're not in a relationship. They're fighting. They're not together. I told you Jason's a loser. He couldn't keep a girl.
Yeah, you'd get a call and be like, I know.
Yeah.
You guys are having troubles because she's not in the video. It's like, no.
Not even just that. It'd be the comments and be like, she's cheating on you. She doing this. She found a better guy.
And it's just actually you being supportive.
Yeah, it was like more like, well, it's hot outside. Just don't show up. It's okay. Yeah. Don't come out here.
You're like, you would always have to say like, this is my job.
Yeah, it's my job. I'll take care of it. We're good. Just chill out when it cools down. Come help again, and it just became a whole thing. It was like, you can't win. No matter what, you can't win. It doesn't matter. And so that, I think at that point, whenever it was just like, look, I'm trying to be supportive, trying to show you, just you don't have to do this. Don't stress over it. Don't kill yourself.
How do I act whenever you're trying to be supportive?
I don't want to get into that conversation. But anyways,
it takes me a while to understand what's happening.
Yeah. I'm a patient man.
You are.
For some things I am. But it became a thing to where it's like, dang, literally no matter what you do, you just can't win on the internet. And I think it finally all clicked and it was just like, all right, let's look at the situation. Financially, we're fine. Mm-hmm. We're not making millions of dollars, but we're not poor. Mm-hmm. We're doing fine. All right. We have a house in town. We have a property. we might sell the property and buy a new property. What do we need to do? What do we need to do to get where we want to be? We have vehicles that are good. We pay our bills. We do everything.
Yeah, you like think about your like hierarchy of needs. Basically, we have shelter, we have transportation,
and we can afford junk food.
Yeah, we can afford donuts.
Yes.
Maybe not our health, but
yeah, we're way better now about that. But I just started really thinking about it, and that's why I was just like, you know what? You've sacrificed for the last 2 years of having Shoot Dang Ranch, and we were sitting in the pool talking about it. I said, you've sacrificed for the last 2 years, and I don't want to just live at the house in town and not.
Well, you didn't say that.
I said it. I told you long ago that I never wanted to live like in town. Yeah. Not necessarily like the house in town, just more of in a town, in a city. I want to live in the country. But I was just like, okay, you've sacrificed your life. I could sacrifice and slow down on YouTube because most people that watch are for building, but I feel like there are people that watch just for who we are. We can daily vlog at the house. I could do tutorials. It's not worth trying to make the extra money if we're not happy. How do we, the main thing we have to focus on is us. How do we focus on that?
And throughout all this time too, you say like focus on us and stuff. We had been like great though too. But
yeah. I'm just saying in general, our happiness that to get to where we want to be.
Yeah, we're just both like, I don't know, just thinking about the big picture, I guess.
Yeah, and so it's just like, all right, what do we want? And sat there and you're like, it would be a way easier life living at the house in town. You're like, I could go back to work full time and you don't really have to do anything if you didn't want. We'd be fine. You're like, I paid all the bills before I knew who you were. Had a house before I knew you were. Like, we'd be fine. But I'm not going to sit around and not do anything and not contribute. And you're the same way. That's why you felt obligated to do YouTube videos when you went part-time. And that's why we work, because, work out together is because we're both driven people. And so we just started talking, and you were just like, I would still like to have property, but maybe we downsize. And I'm like, cool, well, let's meet in the middle. We have 60 acres. We have a house in town. Let's meet in the middle somewhere a little bit smaller. We can still have animals. We can have a nice house. We can get it all set up. And it was just, all right, we get that. And then it's like, we're going on vacation for my birthday. We do this every year. It's the third time. And
third annual J Week.
That's right. And this time, let's not film anything. Let's focus on ourselves and just enjoy the moment, live in the moment. Let's take photos so we can remember later, and maybe film a coffee Crockers, once or twice, and let's just see how it goes.
So again, I think we've said this is the first time you've been on a vacation
since I started YouTube that I didn't film. And it's the first trip I've been on. It's the first time of going a week or whatever it was without, and
even like a little bit before we went to Florida, so we went on that vacation. We did even treat that very different than normal.
Yes, we filmed very little.
I mean,
we made one video out of it.
Yeah, just a smidgen.
Little highlight reel. Because Ma wanted her clout. Yeah.
That's a
Put
joke.
Put me in that video.
Yeah, you guys don't know this, but Ma,
she's trying to start a channel.
No, that's
it's all jokes.
Joking. But even then, so during that time, we were kind of going through the stepping back.
Yeah.
But we're completely, obviously, because we still filmed.
Yeah.
And then it took until that Colorado trip.
Yeah.
J-Week.
On that trip is when it hit me, and it was just like, wow. Like, it's just us doing our thing. No one even knows where we're at, to be honest. A lot of people thought we didn't even go on the trip and, all of that. And it just became a thing to where we focused on ourselves. And that's when it just hit me. It's just like, money's not worth it. The building the channel's not worth it. Doing all that stuff's not worth it. If people truly care, which y'all do, especially if you're watching this.
Yeah.
They'll watch just whatever we do because they like us as people. And we're the same way when we watch other people. We watch some videos, we're like, if I didn't know these people, I wouldn't watch this crap. This stuff is terrible. But we watch because we like the people.
Yeah.
And you get hooked on it. We watch TV shows the same way. That's like, you get hooked on people and what's going on, and you get invested. And I just told myself, because I used to compete with other channels, and
that ended a long time ago, though.
Well, yeah, but I would at the beginning of it,
been a whole process.
Yeah, all of it
until boom.
Yeah, but I used to compete, and the thing that was dumb is it's like I started way after these other people, years after, and I was like, all right, I want to be able to I want to be on that level, which is good. It's like skateboarding with people that know how to skateboard. You want to try harder. You want to do good.
Yeah.
It pushes you to do better.
Anytime you want to be better, you surround yourself
with better people
that are significantly better than you in whatever thing. That's what makes you better. If you are, I don't know,
be the crappiest person in the group.
Yes.
And it will make you better.
Yeah.
If you are the best person in the group, you're in the wrong group. And that's just the honest truth. If you are the best person in the group, then you need a different group. And so I just was with these channels and stuff, and I kind of was like, wow, they're like big channels. Like they're doing it. They're like, these people are quitting their jobs, like good careers, to do YouTube. And I'm like, I'm way behind, but I know I had the upper hand of being a videographer. And these people said the same thing. You've got what it is. You're just starting late. And so I was just like, all right, well, I already had the upper hand of being a videographer. Let me make my own path in my style. And I started doing cinematic shots and adding the music and actually editing to a beat. And most people just throw footage out and then throw music on it. And it's like, I will spend longer picking out a song than it takes me to edit the whole video.
Oh, yeah. He'll take forever.
I'll spend 3-4 hours figuring out the right song.
It is hard to find the right song, honestly.
Yeah, but now we use epidemicsounds.com if you would like to.
And then you find one and you put it in there and it's on a paid thing that should be fine. And then you get hit with the copyright.
And then they're like, you can't make no money on this.
And then this this video gets 300,000 views, but guess what? You get no money.
Yeah, it's oh, YouTube, I hate you. It's a battle. It's the easiest but hardest job you'll ever have on YouTube.
Well, agree or not, at least me being in it, the hardest part is the fact that it is your life.
Well, yeah.
Like with my job, yes, it's very stressful and stuff, but I get to step away from it. I step away, I do my shifts, and then I'm home. I don't think about it. At least
you can turn it off.
Yes.
Well, to an extent.
I mean, I've learned to be able to do that. Like I leave the hospital and it's like done. And what happened is done. At least you attempt to your best ability. I've again gotten a lot better. Yeah. But whenever YouTube, it's a constant.
Oh yeah. And YouTube never stops, because if you're going to the bathroom, you got your phone, guess what? You're checking comments, you're looking at your analytics, you're checking subscriber count, you're checking.
And checking those analytics will get
It's the worst. Don't ever look at the 1 of 10 thing.
It is, if you truly, I guess will be great for the other channel.
Yeah.
But those analytics do help you.
They do, but then
look at your retention time.
But they'll tear you apart as well.
Like there are things in there. It's built to help you to use those tools, but you will start getting addicted to looking at it all and dissecting every single thing.
Especially when you first start a channel, you'll really beat yourself up over stuff. But you just start dialing in, I guess, and I don't know. There's just a lot of things that could destroy you.
So, we've been on this path, I guess, of kind of letting it go and learning or whatever. And we finally hit this point. So now
this is the best I've felt since the day I started YouTube.
Yeah.
I truly feel like I can turn it off. I don't have to look at comments every time. I can post a video. I used to post a video and it takes X amount of minutes before it'll give you your analytics. I forgot how long it is.
30 minutes, I think.
So I don't know what it is. Yeah, and it'll start to tell you 1 of 10, 10 of 10, how long are people watching, how many comments you're getting, what are people saying about your videos, and I would just be refresh. Oh, okay, now I got analytics, let's look through it, and that's all I could think about, and it was just like constant.
And then that was like all of our conversations.
Everything we talked about was YouTube, and it was just, which I'm glad, because I was dedicated to it, and it got me where I wanted to be in life.
Yeah.
But it took over, and now I can post a video and then not look at it till the next day. And it took me a long time. It took me 5-6 years to get to that point.
Literally now I'm like, hey, how's the video doing?
I'm like, I don't know.
You're like, I don't know. I haven't even looked. It's
yeah.
Like, whoa.
And honestly, I mean, it's going to sound cheesy and all that stuff, but I think I needed someone like you in my life to where it's like, this is going to sound really bad, but like, I truly care about you. I truly want to spend my time with you.
That sounds awful.
Just everybody else.
It sounds awful. Say more.
Well, yeah, just everybody else has been in my life since being on YouTube. It's like, I didn't care enough. I cared more about myself and the career than anything else. And now I figured it out of, holy, what?
There was like I don't know. A
little floaty?
Yeah.
And then now I figured out I care more about us just chilling and having fun and then doing YouTube.
And like, I appreciate both sides. Like, I appreciate you grinding and hitting it.
Yeah.
Because it does provide the life.
Baby, I'll grind and hit it all the time. Whoa, bro. Baby.
Oh, dang it. Where's my siren?
Oh, I have the volumes down.
Oh.
I ain't even going to turn it
up for you.
Dang it. I'm not even going to turn it up for you. But I don't know. Just be grinding. Yeah. It is, I am very, very, very thankful for the way I handled things because it got me where I wanted to be and I wouldn't change it for anything. And that goes with every person that burned bridges or lost or whatever, because I feel like I'm at the point in my life where I need to be. And it has taught me over the last year, 2 years, who I can be as a person, who I want to be as a person, and who we can be in a relationship together, you know, like who we are together, all that stuff. And it's a very strange thing to look back on my life and be like, I truly think this is the happiest I've been in a very long time. I mean, when you're young and dumb, you think you're happy about everything.
Oh, yeah. When you have no responsibilities.
Yeah, but like in your adult life, you can really look back and just be like, wow, like I'm not stressing about anything. We're having fun. We're doing what we want. We're getting things done, but it's not coming along with all the baggage of what it takes. Now, I do think anyone out there that is starting a channel, don't go to the extent I did as far as don't throw everything else to the side. Yeah. You still need to make priority in life, but
it's just like starting a business. You have to.
You have to. And the people in your life need to realize as well. That's the thing. I had a lot of people in my life that didn't realize that or didn't want to accept it was you have to do that or you won't make it. I know a lot of people that I almost cussed. I'm trying not to. That put 20% of their energy into YouTube. Your channel sucks ass.
Yeah.
Like, it's not my fault. And that's stuff I want to talk about on my side channel. But it's like, if you're only putting in 20%, I don't give a shit if your stuff's no good or not. I don't care at the end of the day. I'd be your friend. I could be your enemy. I don't care either, whichever way. But I don't care if your channel sucks because you're not sacrificing anything. And I am a big believer, and I'm sure you are, and it's just how we were raised, was you work for what you want. And if you're not going to work for it, I don't care.
Yeah.
I just don't care.
Yeah. That's what I think too. Like, it hit me out of nowhere. I'm just going to be honest. Like, you know, whenever we did get Shoot Dang Ranch, it was like, go, go, go.
Yeah.
And the fact that I had gotten a lot of like drama on my side of like, not from me, but like my people, I guess, drama on that because it was like, well, you don't make time for this. You don't make time for that or anything's like, I'm doing this because I'm going after my dream. And I thought that this is like exactly what you would want.
You're building
me.
A business. You're building up a career.
So that was like a very confusing thing for me, but I don't know.
It's hard for people to see your vision. And I think you just have like, and it sucks too, because
there's this fine line because yes, we are saying you need to grind, but then now we're talking why we had to stop for a little bit. Yeah. So yeah, there is this fine line with it.
And the line is different for everybody. Yeah. Because everyone has different lives. For us, we didn't have kids. We didn't, it'd be different if we had kids. The kids come first.
Oh, yeah.
And then the career second, whatever it may be. And then you already had your career, I had my career, then we met, and then we're both like, oh, well, damn, we're both pretty driven people. Like, let's do this. Let's go. Both of us, let's go. And then we do it.
This is what we want. This is what we're going to do.
Yeah. And then it gets to the point where it's like, oh, we both like to go on vacation. We both like to do this. We're not even doing that because we're doing this. And now I'm very grateful that we did the things we did. And, there's things in the past that we wish could have been different. But at the same time,
not much we would change.
Yeah, there are situations we would change, but not the mentality of the grind and all that. And you have to look at it. People can talk trash about me all day. You don't finish anything. You're not good at building. You cause drama. You do this, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, when you look at the pen to paper, what's written down, I'm successful. And in the YouTube world...
Turn my volume up on my siren.
I am successful whether you like it or not, whether you like me or not. I did what I had to do to get where I am, and I don't take that back. I wouldn't take it back for anything.
Yeah.
And, a lot of people that don't have the drive to do it on their own will be the first and the loudest to talk shit.
Well, then also we actually talked about this, the people that are the loudest, or actually people that used to be the biggest fans.
That's a whole nother thing to talk about.
Yeah.
But it's the truth. It's people that literally they couldn't put enough chapstick on their lips to kiss your butt.
Oh, like always trying to call, always trying to Facebook Messenger. Like literally, I'm talking
all the time.
And then those are
the biggest haters
turned
now.
Into the biggest haters, which is wild.
Because they didn't get what they wanted out of it.
And this is what I was saying too, is because that love and hate, there's just like such big emotions to where.
That's what we were talking about behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Not on here.
Yeah, not on here. But we were saying it's like just that there's such big emotions.
They love hard and then they hate harder.
Yeah. So as soon as it's like, oh, you didn't message me back or you didn't whatever, and it's like, oh, Jason's the worst. It literally takes like a simple little thing and it's like, you were the biggest fan.
Yeah, like you literally went above and beyond to reach out to me, and I reached out to you, and I gave you more attention than I honestly wanted to because I was trying to be nice. I was being...
No good deed goes unpunished.
No. And like literally, I mean, there's so many times that I felt like I did more than I wanted. Just because I'm on YouTube and you watch my videos does not make us friends. And that's not a bad thing to say. Just because I shop at Walmart doesn't mean the owner of Walmart should be my friend and I should go to their house and have dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just because I go to the movie theater doesn't mean the person working behind the counter should go have dinner with me.
Yeah.
That's not how life works. I love movies and I love movie popcorn, but the person giving me the popcorn is not obligated to hang out with me outside of there. They're obligated to talk to me for a minute because
now imagine a world where because that person doesn't give you the time that you start stalking them or like hating on them.
Yeah.
Or it's like, what is
it's
that?
Wild. It's so wild. Weird. And that's the thing is the people that I don't know, this is probably for the side channel more, but I don't care at this moment. I ain't gonna stop. The people, and this was the hard thing, this is one of the reasons why I had to get off YouTube for a while, was I would dedicate part of my time, which on YouTube and grinding and stuff, time is money and time is valuable whenever you have things to do. And there would be times that someone would hit me up and be like, hey, do you mind reaching out to this person? They're having a really bad day. And I'm like, I don't really know that person, but yes, I get it.
I've had one conversation with them at a meetup, basically. And it's just like, okay.
They invested time in me. I will be nice to them because they, whatever, you can call it looking up to, call it whatever. I don't know. Maybe they think they were just friends or whatever. I will reach out to make sure they're good. And then we'll do that. It'll be great. Be absolutely wonderful. And all that stuff. And then whenever they want to come hang out or do something with you and you're like, I can't. Or you don't answer the phone call or their text or their message or whatever. The next thing you know, they're talking trash about you to everybody. And it's like, what did I do to you? I spent time out of my day. I did, honestly. you weren't even really my friend. And I tried to be a nice guy because I felt like I could help you in the moment. I know this sounds terrible, but I don't give a shit. It's the truth.
Yeah.
I took my time out of my day because you took time out of your day to support me. So I wanted to support you back, even though I don't know you.
But it's just
and then you turn
not
around
enough.
It's not enough in your eyes. So then you bash me to other people. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Because
imagine.
I just want to say this person's name so bad.
Well, it's not just one person.
Well, but this specific thing I'm talking about. But this happens all the time.
Yeah, that's the thing is to living a life that is like that for so long where, yes, like we are in the position because they're viewers.
Yeah.
Amazing, like these amazing people
Correct.
watching.
We would
and
not
stuff.
be doing what we do if it wasn't for people watching.
You do take the time and go out of your way and help people and everything, like any little thing you do, you take time to respond back, all this stuff. But then it becomes to a point where you're not giving enough.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, Jason's the worst. And you're like, what?
What did I do?
So it does so just imagine a life like that. You're literally giving your all to put videos out and then giving the little bit of time that you do have like to
that I can use for myself.
But like giving to, I mean, because there's a lot of people. There are a lot of people giving here, there, everywhere. It does. I know this sounds weird, but I mean, it takes up
There's
all
not
the
enough
time.
time in the day to give everybody the attention that they want.
So like you're giving, and again, grateful, but giving, and then it's just like not enough. Everything you do is not enough, and then it turns into hate, and it's like it does mess with your mind.
It destroyed me.
Yeah, so how do you not, when people are sitting there and putting it out and then like saying lies and all this stuff, how do you not be like, address that?
Yeah.
How do you not?
After, it eats me alive.
Yeah. So
and it's things too that it's like, again, back on it. I mean, I won't go, I'll just say whatever. We'll see what happens. But when people on YouTube want to be your friends and you don't really like them, but it's like, all right, we're on YouTube, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Like, sure, we'll hang out, we'll do this or whatever. And then because they want more out of it and you don't, and when they finally figure that out, they start bashing you. And then you have like, whatever, I don't care. People, there's a group of people that really don't like me because only like one person doesn't like me. And then it becomes a whole thing. There's people that jumped in live chats, videos, meetups, everything I did, never did one thing bad to these people at all. Not one thing. You could scour the whole freaking internet and not find one bad thing that I said about these people. Went above and beyond, were friends, reached out when they had bad times, everything. And now they have nothing to do with me because they became friends with other people. And they're not out there bashing me, but out of nowhere, now I don't even exist to you because you got hooked up with some other people that don't like me and they tell you not to be friends with me.
So
that's a cult.
Yeah. So
that's a freaking cult.
You are, obviously still getting worked up about it, but it did take, again, living in that lifestyle for so long. It's like grind, give. Yeah. And then you still like hate.
Yeah.
It's just this cycle to where you did have to be like,
yeah, because it's I can understand it if I did something to somebody and they don't like me. I can fully understand, fully. But when you go, in my mind, above and beyond for these people, because at the end of the day, I'm not going to hang out with these people every day. They're not really my friends. They're an acquaintance. I know them from YouTube, but I'm not going to go out of my way to call them every day, text them, all that stuff. I have my group of friends. I didn't start YouTube to make friends. I'm very well capable of having friends on my own. I didn't start YouTube to do that. But when these people come into your life, and just because your friendship isn't where they want it to be, and then someone else doesn't like you and they want to be friends with them to boost their career, they start ignoring you, dogging you behind the scenes. There's been times where Jared was friends with other people and people were dogging me to Jared, and Jared's like, you don't think I'm gonna tell Jason
Yeah.
This is my twin brother. You don't think I'm going to go tell Jason that you're just talking trash about him the entire time? And then I tell him, I never said nothing. I didn't say anything. No, I thought we were friends. And it's just like, it's high school all over again.
So I was going to say.
To wrap it up.
So basically, now that you stepped away for a little bit, had a different mindset of it, it doesn't bother you at all, right?
It doesn't bother me in the way it used to bother me. It will always.
You guys just saw that smidgen just there.
Well, it will always bother me because, and you can attest to this, I'm the type of person I feel like I need to explain myself.
Yes.
And it bothers me in the way of, what did I do to deserve this?
Yeah, so you want to say your side.
Yeah, I want to just say my piece or whatever.
Like, yeah. Especially when everything is on the internet, and because all it takes to is one person to read a comment and another person, and then that's the thing, and then that's the new rumor, or even like that stigma of something that's not even true will follow you the rest of your life.
Yeah,
unfortunately, that's the way it is. So you also want to get on there, and you want to explain yourself, and you're like, actually, I have everything, proof, and this is what happened. So then, because of that, you're also known as like drama and
which whatever. At the end of the day, I don't really care. I used to really care. I cared more than I should have. But I don't care. And again, this sounds brutal, but it's just the honest truth. I don't care what those people think about me, and I don't care about those people in general. They were never my like true friends, so it doesn't bother me. It just bothers me when people run around saying things that aren't true, or the fact of I went out of my way for people I truly didn't even care about. I mean, I cared, but not like a friendship, a true friendship. Yeah. And I went out of my way to make you feel like you were heard or a part of or whatever. And then all of a sudden now I'm the bad guy. And so
again, no good deed goes unpunished.
It doesn't. And the only reason I'm even willing to put all this out there to everybody is
because this is Crockers Unleashed.
Yeah, that's right. The only reason I put it out there, and I'm willing to, because people will take this in a million different ways. Some people will bash me for it. Some people will say, at least you're real. Some people, whatever. Yeah. Everyone will take it different. But I'm willing to put it out there because there are people out there that want to start YouTube channels, and they're terrified of dealing with all the drama and the negativity and the high school BS that comes with it. Screw those people. Who cares? They're going to use and abuse you no matter what. People that you think are the closest to you are absolutely the worst people.
Again, that we did step away, and we learned to kind of tell, and we have ways. The people that are in our life now are not like that.
Correct. And don't not ever stop wanted to do a channel.
Wait.
No, if you want to do a channel, and who cares what other people think? Learn from my experiences and stuff. No matter what you do, you're not going to do it good enough for everybody. And you find people in life that just treat you for who you are. And
people are going to see things that you do and make like, oh, you meant to do like this or whatever. Pick apart what you're doing and like you're just completely make the intention different, but that says more about who they are than you. You know, at the end of the day, what matters is like knowing your intention.
You know exactly what you meant when you did things, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters. And us stepping away from YouTube as much, us not quote unquote caring as much about certain things, us not putting the career ahead of our happiness, it really opened my eyes to, oh, I didn't reach out to these people anymore. These select people reached out to me. I know who cares. If they're not reaching out to me strictly for YouTube, they're, I got people hitting me up. It's like, hey, if you're not doing anything, you want to come over and have some drinks and barbecue? That's a solid friend.
Yeah,
you want to come over? It's hot. We have an extra room. If you need to come over and chill out, that's a solid friend. Hey, we're going to go eat out. You want to just meet us there? That's a solid friend. Calling, hey, just haven't talked to you in a while. What you been up to? Oh, nothing, cool, blah, blah. That's a solid friend.
It took, even not even step away. I guess I kind of been grouping stepping away in this past, what year is this? 2023?
Something like that.
Yeah, since like 2023 has been like where we've dissected and figured everything out, and then we finally stepped away this last little bit to kind of put all the pieces together, I guess. But that's kind of what we've found along the way is who talks to you
outside of YouTube.
Yes. And there's obviously people who are going to talk about YouTube.
But there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. But then the people who get upset for not talking back to you, just strictly YouTube, is like, but when was the last time you asked any like friendship thing?
Yeah.
I don't know. So
hey,
that's kind of,
how you doing?
Yeah, that's like how we've figured it out, I guess.
Yeah, so it took a long time to figure it out. I'm very grateful for how my life played out. Some of the things in it I wish were a little different. I wish I would have handled things different, I guess. But I wouldn't take it back for anything because I feel like today I'm in the best mindset I've been in a very, very long time. And I didn't think I could be in this mindset ever in this career. And there were times I thought about just hanging it up and not doing it because it wasn't worth it. But I also told myself,
it is worth it.
I've worked so hard and no one out there handed this to me. No one. And yes, I've gotten shout outs from people. Yes, I've gotten help from people, but it is very obvious just because you get a shout out from someone does not mean you're going to be successful. You can get the biggest shout outs ever from the biggest people, but if you don't put in the work yourself, it's not going to go anywhere. And to build a channel, people could say whatever they want. To build a channel that has over 330,000 subscribers on it is mind-blowing. And if you went back and asked me the day that I started, if I ever thought I'd have 30 subscribers, I would say no.
Yeah.
So I know what I've done has worked out for me, and I've sacrificed and I've done what I needed to do. And in the process, I've learned a lot, I've lost a lot and all that, but it brought me out to where I'm at now. And honestly, the best place you can be is where you're at now. It doesn't matter about yesterday. Who cares? It's gone. Where are you at now? Are you happy today? And
do something about it.
Yeah.
If not.
And if you're not, yes, do something about it.
It's nobody else's fault but your own. Which is, you went through problems.
You're going to say some smart ass shit right now. You looked at me and started smiling.
No, baby. Went through problems. Good. Got you to where you are now. You figured it out.
Good. But anyways, guys, this was a I don't know if we'll put out the other ones or not. I feel like this one was a little bit better than the other. Hopefully the quality of the video is good.
Yeah.
If not, we'll figure it out. I don't know. Just a little glimpse inside of what we've been dealing with, why we've got off YouTube for a while, and things we've dealt with over the years.
Yeah, this is strictly, it is for fun in a place. A lot of people always do ask with the podcast, like, what is the difference between this and Coffee with the Crockers? Because both are talking. But this is truly
a little more in depth, I think.
Unleashed, where we're going to talk about whatever, and we are able to say a little bit more, I guess.
And we won't always talk about YouTube.
No.
That's the whole point of me starting a side thing is talk about YouTube. It'll be video ideas. It'll be ways to help you on YouTube. It'll be how to video edit. It'll be everything YouTube, all my secrets, whether it's drama secrets or video secrets or behind the scenes secrets. Yeah. I'm going to put it all in there.
Which means you've always wanted to do like a class.
I want to give back because I feel very fortunate that I'm in the position I'm in. And if I can help people skip a lot of the steps that I had to learn, then I would like to help them out.
Yeah.
And on here, we just like to bullshit and talk. And
it's like a Texas Longhorn. You got a point here and a point there and a lot of bull in between.
That's right.
And that's the Crockers Unleashed.
That's right. But if you like this, we appreciate it. This was a pretty long, I think it's over an hour. And I don't know. It was a good one. I don't know how often we'll post. I don't know how often we'll do these, but we'll just do them whenever we feel like it. We're definitely at the point in YouTube where, yes, we do want this to still be a career for a while and all that stuff. Yeah, but at the same time,
I don't know. Like, don't get us wrong when we're saying hung up the hat on it or don't really care. It's like, no, we 1000% care, and we are still 100% trying.
Oh yeah.
It's just a different mindset. And it is like what we care about, focusing on what we care about in different areas. And
the thing too is, we know, again, at the end of the day, we couldn't sit here and do what we do if it wasn't for people watching. And the people support, whether you love us or hate us, the support is support. And they say any publicity is good publicity. So if you're out there bashing, hey, you still promoting. Yeah. If you're out there loving, you're promoting.
And if you're out there bashing, we do know at one point you were the biggest.
You were the biggest fan there was, and I think that eats you alive the most. So I sleep,
and we will always remember.
And I sleep great at night. So I don't know. I feel good about this one.
You feel good?
Yeah, but I got a shit so bad right now.
Baby.
My stomach's been bad all day.
Is that pretzel thing from
it hit me all day.
The gas station this morning? Damn. It was like this pretzel thing with literally every type of meat on it. It had bacon, ham, sausage. I gotta
poop. All right, guys, we'll catch you on the next one. This was a good one. I feel like it was good. A good introduction back.
Hey, did you like this podcast?
I think it was good.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Good.
Good.
All right, guys. Catch you on the next one. Bye.